Hey, ladies and gents, this is your girl, Brianna Javon, and we are here with another highlight reel from season 9. Today, we are going to do a recap of Nicole Gaskins' episode. We talked about vegan, we talked about being intentional on the things that you eat, and also just being very intentional about your temple, just taking care of what God created. So, if that sounds like something you'll be interested in, definitely check out the meat and potatoes of this episode, but you can always check out the full episode by clicking the link in the show notes. But we hope you enjoy, and we will see you soon for season 10.
The What's Good Podcast.
Are you ready?
Your number one source
To all the keys in the industry.
With Brianna Javon.
It's the What's Good Podcast.
What's Good?
I am a child of God. I am power. I am boldness. I am resilience. I am the walking being of all things that He has destined and created me to be. I transcend and change rooms. I am a friend, phenomenal friend. I love. I give grace. I encourage. I serve. That's the core of who I am. And I get to do that as a mother, as a friend, right? And one day as a wife. Those are the different roles that I hold, but that person shows up in all aspects. Seeing myself how God sees me.
Beautiful.
I was all tied on others' acceptance or lack of, right? Childhood traumas and rejections, and that shaped my view of myself, which had prevented me for 30 plus years of being less than and walking with this shell. Lush Vegan was an idea during COVID, so during the pandemic.
I didn't know that.
That's how long I sat on it, girl. I was sleeping on myself. There's no C and D.
Right.
You're going to do it or you're going to do it. If God does give you an idea, it requires you to act on it, and then other things, it just blossoms like a flower that's being watered and nurtured. And we don't really understand how important blood is or the circulation of it until there's a problem. So with that being said, like the circulation is hard to, pump fluid and blood. So for instance, I can't run like a 5K. I would never be able to do that because how much circulation it takes to go through your body for you to do such things. But at that point, I was getting sick a lot. Like I was getting hospitalized almost every 2 years, like clockwork. And it was because there was an infection in my bloodstream, which is sepsis, and most people do not live through an infection in their bloodstream.
Oh, wow.
Because your body is at that point shutting down. So I was having fever of 104 degrees. I was having to have a bone marrow biopsy because they was like, we don't know what is wrong with you. You losing weight. I had fluid on my lungs, and it was just hospitalized. 14, 15 days. Infectious disease doctors coming in and like, we really don't know. We are so sorry. We just got to pump you in antibiotics and send you on your way.
So just testing on you. Experiment.
I'm a whole lab rat with no answers.
Crazy.
So at the top of 2020, I was like, watch the documentary on Netflix, and I was like, the food. Well, that's interesting.
Which one?
Let's try the food.
I know there were several back
There
then.
are several. What the Health?
Okay, yes.
What the Health? And so that one exposes how pharmacies are very largely tied to the farms and give antibiotics for the meat that we're consuming. And so that's the kind of the seed. I was like, I'm gonna just drop it. Just go to
You just went cold turkey?
Oh, girl. The documentary was enough.
Good for you.
For my spirit to be like, I need something else.
Yeah, that's what everybody said that watched it back then. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was 5 months post a recent emergency room visit.
Yeah.
What we got to lose?
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Okay, so we know carnivore. They consume all things greatly, equal opportunity employer.
Right. Got it.
So pescatarian only consumes fish, but I think they still will do dairy, but it's just fish. So as far as their meat intake is just fish, or seafood rather. And then vegetarian, there's no meat, but they still do dairy. So they still eat like the nachos or the vegan quesadillas, veggie quesadillas rather. They still consume the cheese. I think they eat eggs. And then vegan plant-based is strictly no animal product whatsoever.
Okay.
So no dairy, no meat, no butter, no eggs, plants, just plants.
That is so
Yes.
interesting. And I feel like, in a way, all of the self-carnivore, because like you mentioned, equal opportunity, the other ones that you mentioned all have to have some type of discipline.
Girl, when I tell you the discipline is real.
Your eyes got
Like,
so big.
the discipline is real.
Yeah.
Because I still have to go out to eat with friends, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not telling them, hey, y'all don't bring this stuff to the table. Y'all, everyone has their free will. So it is a lot of discipline. It requires me to be intentional with my meal prep and my grocery shopping to make sure I'm going to get substance and nutrients.
Yeah.
Right? I just don't want to go hard on junk food or just spinach. Like, I need all nutrients and protein. So it is a lot of intentionality in that. Yes, you do. Girl, pull up a Pinterest recipe real quick and get it like you do, but it's more effort. We're in a very convenient society.
True.
Where everything needs to be quick and accessible.
Microwavable.
Yes, and that's quite opposite of the vegan lifestyle. I would say it was just starting. Like, I didn't know how to serve the people. I didn't know who my people were. I just had to start. So these different avenues or streams, opportunities became out of me trying, testing the market, failing, if you will, and just pivoting. Like, that has been very substantial. It's being accessible for the experience to happen in different ways. And if it's not a vegan recipe, I'm going to figure out how to veganize it. It's interesting that my senses don't like the smell of meat cooking.
Really?
Yes. So when I tell you, if I have to cook the chicken, the vents on, the fans on, open that door up, I need to step out real quick. Kendall, come in here and stir this. When people go vegan, it's for two different reasons.
Right.
One is going to be for the animals, for the environment. They're super trying to save the earth, which is completely respectable. The others are going to do it for health reasons, because they desire a healthy lifestyle. It just simply smells like a dead something that's cooking. I'm like, this is crazy. I used to eat this. So recently I did jerk meatballs in a yellow curry sauce. It was a non-vegan recipe.
That sounds amazing.
When I tell you, I veganized that and it was good. I think when you take the stress out of something and just enjoy it, and it's like a new experience for you every time you're trying a different recipe, you'll have more fun with it. And you can experiment and find out what works for you and what doesn't work for you. My intentionality with everything has become more awakened, if you will. Right? But I would have not have known what to do and what not to do without going through that experience. Now, when I'm telling you a strategy, we're not playing checkers, we're not playing Uno. It is a game of chess. And I'm the vegan, so I was the vegan chef for this dinner of 70 people. And these are people like with Texas Restaurant Association, where some of the guests, media were guests. It's moments of that remind you, like, bro, you that girl, you better quit. So it's one thing for a person to tell you, but then when other people who don't know you, you be like, bro, that was it.
And not vegan.
And are not vegan.
But when I tell you, me and my mama was tearing it up. And she had mentioned, she was like, we need to get a review from you because you're the best type of review not being a vegan.
Yes.
But she was like, those are the best reviews because at the end of the day, that's why people don't want to be vegan because they feel like they're going to miss out on certain. The
best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Okay, so if you have a mindset, a cycle, a relationship, a thought pattern that you're not happy with, you get to choose and change that pattern. The sign of someone being confident is not how they walk into a room, what they got on, what they looking like. Look at these cute Gucci shades. None of that is a sign of confidence. It's how they change the room that they walk into for the better. But if my mindset is incorrect and my confidence lacks, I will fumble the ball with anything else that I'm trying to do to sustain or build a business.
Whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. Whatever happens, it's supposed to happen because it's already written.
Do everything for the glory of God. And that was my prayer this morning for this podcast, that he gets glorified and edified out of whatever we say and do. You as understanding your purpose. Again, that's going to be scripture, right? Because if you don't have purpose, if you don't have a vision, you shall perish. What power and talents are lying dormant in you because you've allowed a complaint complacency or fear to be your conclusion.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of What's Good podcast with your girl, Brianna Javon. If you found today's discussion inspiring, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your preferred podcast platform. Explore additional resources on our website at whatsgood-productions.com and find our social media links listed in the show notes. Stay tuned for more captivating stories ahead. Until next time, stay blessed and keep uplifting your community.